Hey, what is up, everybody? John, about to eat. It's funny. I can already see the comments, and it's going to be funny to see like the time zones we have here. About to eat lunch, and I'll be there. What's up, Vega? Roshan, what's up, dude? Thanks for coming by. Jacob, good evening. Just about to grab a snack and real quick. I think it's pretty late for Jacob. DLL, I know you're here. We just chatted. Luke, what's up, man? How you doing? I'm glad you were able to make it. I know it's getting late. Mr. Beldine, what's up? LC, Spinnaker, and Ross, what's up? Dude, so many 12:45 a.m. Luke, are you comfortable telling us exactly where you are? I mean, I don't mean like, I said exactly. That's not how I meant it. That's not how I meant it. BK Finest, what's
That's where
up?
that's where the southern whereabouts y'all from is for.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Very good. Wolf, what's up? Cameron. All right, so for those who don't know, oh yeah, DLL is here already on the call. Pacific Standard Time makes it easy to tune in. I guess, yeah, it's all dependent. You're in Singapore. Okay, that is making a lot of sense, man. That is making a lot of sense. I've been trying to figure that out for a while now, where exactly you are from. Yeah. Nyla, what's up, buddy? What's up? I've been enjoying our offline, or I guess it's online, depending on how you look at it. She-Hulk conversations of late. Those have been really good. Chris, how you doing, dude? It's good to see you with the stream. Buddy Lee, the incredibly skilled Tigra player. A lot more than Tigra, though. It's funny, like when people would say, oh, Vega's here, Vega's really good at this. I'd be like, I do other things. Buddy Lee does a lot of other really awesome things. Check that out. But definitely Tigra for sure. John, what is up? What is up? And Krishna, Vega just maxed out my Sorcerer Supreme. Wow. Hopefully she'll get some kills now. Oh, hopefully not if we face you, though. I'm not quite ready for, and I'm not going to make a big announcement about it because I did the video when I left for Loki. Like, I needed a break. I think it was pretty clear in the video. Like, I needed a break. Things had become a bit much for me in real life, and therefore bleeding into the game a bit. And so I got that break. I believe I'm headed somewhere will can accommodate my schedule really well. We've had a lot of conversations about it, and so I go there with high hopes. And everyone there is very mature. And so if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and it'll be a-okay. But I'm excited to get back to war. So if we face you, I hope you don't get kills then. But in all of your other wars, I hope you get a bunch. I hope you get so many. Mr. Veldine, Vega, good people. I feel like he knows I feel like I know everyone in chat. This is literally my favorite thing. I love streaming. We've been talking about this quite a bit. I love the streaming of this. I love all of you. You're like familiar faces and names, and I remember the things you write in the videos. The only negative to the channel growing is that it's getting harder to do that. Like, I'm just now catching up on comments for the dude video. I don't want to spoil it, but I'm just now catching up on that, and I'm like, wow, I can't believe some of these have been sitting there that long and I haven't gotten to them. Chris, I think the lucky hat's going to come out for Silver Centurion, and what you're about to see is why I'm going to pause now, and then lucky hat will come out for Silver Centurion, and we won't go too crazy. We won't go too crazy for a couple of reasons. One is I meant what I've been saying is like, this is Kabam's game. They'll change what they want when they want. They've been really good at it. I mean, we've been playing this for so long. Clearly, they know what they're doing. But two. And also, how many champions can one really rank? But also, it's not what I want the channel to be known for two reasons. One is the streaming, like I said, is by far the most fun. The second most fun for me is making a video that people then write back. They're like, dude, that was actually helpful. Like the Spider Ham one that was just put out. A buddy of mine put out a really awesome one too on how to take down the variant 7's Venom. We've talked, and so I'm not going to say who it is, but if they want to, that's up to them. But a buddy of mine put one out. It's really awesome, very educational. And so like, I got a couple comments on that where like, dude, thank you. That was so helpful. That's by far my second favorite kind of thing to do that's associated with YouTube. And the crystal videos are they're just pure fun. They're just pure fun. And it's kind of how I'm playing the game anyway. So I put them out. Kim Jong, no, but I know you from other streams, buddy. I know you from other streams. I lurk in streams quite a bit. I don't say hi because I'm usually working. And then I know that like, if I say hi, then the streamer might start talking to me or someone in chat will. And there's a chance that I've stepped away for a minute and then I don't want them, it's just, I overthink it. But yes, I know you. Carl, what's up, dude? What's up? All right. So saying hi to so many people. Josh, how you doing, dude? And then I'm actually going to rank someone up. I don't think I'm going to level them up. I'm not going to rank them up. So you guys will see what we're doing here. And I don't think I know I'm not spoiling. I did do another crystal opening. But I'm not going to put it out yet. It'll probably come out like Monday. Cause like I said, I don't want to just be a crystal channel. That's not my thing. But it is enjoyable. And even though you're about to see this, it is not spoiling the opening. The opening was ridiculous. So let's go ahead and upgrade Jabari here.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure you were talking about my video there. I'll actually link it here. And
cool.
I know exactly what you mean because I almost made it a shorter video and only included the Reed fights, and I kept going back and forth on should it be a Fantastic Four or just a Reed video.
Yeah.
And then one of the comments is, "Oh, I hadn't considered using Thing like that. That's so helpful." And it's like, well, then I'm really glad I included the Thing fights.
Absolutely right. And isn't that cool? Like even if it's just one person who's like, "Hey, thank you. I hadn't thought of that." You're like, "Okay,
right.
that was all
that's
worth
it. The extra 5 minutes doing that voiceover or whatever."
100%. And I've learned a ton from your videos. I know you, and yes, I was waiting because you and I've talked that,
yeah, it's still a small channel.
Yeah. I want to be respectful of that. But I learned so much from that. And I still am like, you explained it exceptionally well. I'm still not sure I fully understood what was happening in the Clairvoyant versus Annihilus fight when you're like, I'm out of charges. He has his rod. I'm not worried. And I was like, I would be pissing my pants right now. I don't know why you're not worried. What you know that I don't. You're some sort of sorcery. But it's an awesome video. It's an awesome video.
I have another war fight where it's a little easier to explain exactly what I mean by that, and I'll try and get that out soon.
All right, cool. It's like I said, it's great stuff, and it's cool to see you doing it. Jacob, what's up, man? Wait, Daddy Longlegs? Yeah. So DLL is Daddy Longlegs. Dude, that was a long time ago. Was that when we were in WoW? And this is going back forever, and we will actually play the game at some point here. We were in WoW, and I don't know why we all decided, or not all of us, but quite a few of us decided to like change the way our name was. So some people went to like abbreviations. Some people removed the periods from their names.
Oh yeah.
I know. I went to spaces. In all capitals. I think it was just like the name change had come in, and we're all like, let's take advantage of it. I don't know why we did it, but we did.
Yeah, something like that. And I left my in-game one, but I adapted the one online, and that's what everyone calls me now because my full name has an unfortunate automatic abbreviation, and I got kind of tired of it.
Michael's got a question. Hey guys, if you didn't stream, would you still buy as many crystals as you do, Vega? Michael, I bought. I understand the question. I have slowed down so much. It's actually
you should have seen Vega when we first got him.
Yeah, it's actually really good that I have because it coincided actually with starting the channel. If people go back far enough, I think it was a very different kind of channel. A lot of that was from me not knowing as much of like what I'm doing. Not that I know what I'm doing now, but I really didn't know then. And then also in the game, I was not nearly as good of a player. It kind of hit a lull in like game knowledge and stuff like that. It was just kind of like AQ1 and I was just kind of enjoying playing with some buddies. And then I started the channel and I started realizing like, hey, it feels a lot better when I put out like a Gwenpool video, or not Gwenpool, I'm sorry, Squirrel Girl. And someone's like, hey dude, this was really helpful to me. And as I started getting better at the game and learning more and like diving into the nuances of the champions and really like deep diving on them, I found my desire to open crystals plummeted. And then again, like putting out the crystal videos, like here's the thing with them, like is people started comparing me to Cow Whale, who was fine. This has nothing to do with him. It's just that's not what I wanted to be known for. That was like, that's not why I'm doing this. And so I've intentionally scaled way back on crystal openings in general, and then when I do make them videos. Carl Castiel knows Claire's Bay. He really does. He really does. Work. I would assume you'd switch to Incinerate to get some more charges, or is it something else, DL? Yeah, if you talk about it a little bit, and I'll set this up if you're comfortable with that.
Yeah. I mean, it was something else that absolutely works. And then you can, once you get one charge, then you trigger his rod. The problem is that, like, the reason I wouldn't necessarily do that is because if you're triggering the Incinerate off of a medium, then if you're backed up, you have to land 2 full combos on Annihilus. One to switch out of poison, which is kind of my default, and then another one to, or at least 2 more hits after that to end on the medium and get another Incinerate up. And you're not likely to get a real clean opening to get the heavy and get the 3 Incinerates for 3 charges, because that's what you would need to get rid of the rod and then nullify some Furies and get back up to the L2. That would work. That's just a little scarier in my opinion. So what I did was I basically just let him put the stifles on me and then tried to slowly trigger the unstoppables and then, get another stifle. But basically just let Mystic Dispersion do your work for you, 1 short unstoppable buff at a time, and then you have an L2, and then you just dash back, throw the L2, and yeah, suddenly he's under control again.
And hey guys, I am very early on in the learning Jabari here. It's just how I am. It's part of why I'll pull a champion and I'll be like, oh, a video will be coming out soon, and it'll take like a week or two. It just, for whatever reason with me, like I'll read them and I'm not someone who just gets them instantly. I often talk with someone like DLL multiple times about it. I listen to quite a few videos going over them, and then I need to go in and play them and just make a ton of mistakes and see like, oh, this is how this interaction works. So we're really starting off at the beginning here. That being said, the little bit of playing around with her I've done, there's some really cool stuff here. And something that immediately stood out to me is, here, we'll look at her abilities. It'll be easier to show them that way. But I was looking at it on Aunt May. When she throws, when you can time the hunt with throwing a special.
Yeah, the Fury's pretty sizable.
It gives her, if I looked it up in Aunt May and I was looking at the rank 3 versions of Nick Fury and her, their attack is about the exact same when he has one of his Furies.
Yeah.
And she has this one.
Well, and the other thing looking at it, because her base attack is 3140 and the Fury is another 5,000, that's probably about on par with... No, that's actually... it's both more of an increase and more of an absolute attack than a Sig 200 Killmonger. Harder to get, but that's really hard hitting.
It's part of what I'm trying to figure out is what's the efficient way to time that, because it's a very short window of timing the hunt starting and the special. Like, this is the kind of stuff where, like, even if you were able to just explain to me this is exactly how you do it, it's going to take me a long time to really get it. Right. Or as Nilo's saying, definitely the best Jabari Panther player confirmed. What's up, Zillium?
My guess is that you're going to... Well, and you watched the KT1 video and I did not yet, but my guess is that you're going to want to go to the L2 at least once. Because the L3. Because not only does that give you the 3 huntress charges, it means that the next time you trigger the hunt, they'll be stunned, which would make it much safer to get that special off.
That's what I was actually thinking, is if that's like your main bread and butter, you're just like, I'm simply trying to get that massive Fury, is I build up to that, I trigger it, they're stunned, Because I think it's like when your mediums, when they're stunned, are giving you the hunter charges, right?
So the next time the hunt activates at all, the opponent is stunned for 4.5 seconds. So here's the other thing that could work. The special attack, the special 1 inflicts that ensnare buff, and if she is currently at 9, then I think, yeah, attacking an ensnared opponent will give her another huntress charge, which would then instantly trigger the hunt and stun the opponent for longer than the special attack lasts, and then you would have a clear opening to run in and use the heavy and multiply the bleeds with the almost triple attack.
Okay, that's part of why it takes me a while, is that was a lot of steps. At least it felt like
it was a lot of steps.
But I think I'm understanding the basics of it, and I'm also, again, remembering that you have to, it's when they're stunned. So it's kind of a slow ramp to that hunt, like on a fight like this, if I'm getting it correctly. But it would time up with the SB3 quite well, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I hadn't really thought about that. I mean, because you're building charges when you're hitting an ensnared opponent.
Watch. I'm going to try the SB3 route here just because it's working fine. So I'm going to throw the SB3.
Is she bugged?
Why? What happened?
What?
So he should be stunned, right?
No. Or when they're stunned. Never mind.
So he's stunned. So we should get that Fury right now.
Yeah. I just missed the when stunned as well. So actually, it should be very easy to ramp her.
The close felt really fast. We're getting the Fury from the node, but again, this is a rank 1. And she's not awakened. If I understand the awakened ability, it looks like there might be a little... It might be nice to even have her just at like even 1. Because you're getting those...
Counterpunch.
Yeah.
No, I strongly agree. I think having her even slightly awakened would be a really big deal.
But that was an opponent who's not bleed immune, who's not evading. Because obviously the evades are something you need to be careful with, because she's not like just a pure out-of-the-box evade counter. But they do help you charge her up. So it's kind of a weird catch-22.
It's more like Ghost without a precision, where then it gives her a precision. It's part of the rank up, but it's like you can still very much die if you're not careful.
Yeah. Michael Silver, I don't believe so. I bounced around a few times, but I think I would recall Pimp. Mike. I didn't mean that the way it sounded, but yeah, I don't think so. I just realized that Super Skull Frontal Replacement and Synergy Mechanic only applies. Oh no, Luke, let's not get DLL started. But yes, but absolutely yes. That's been one of his main issues from the get-go, and I obviously it's not are you right or wrong, because that's a fact.
It just makes me very sad.
But I think he's justifiable or justified in not thinking it's very good. John Max, I finished my Variant 7 exploration last night. Very cool. Nicely done. What's up, Jets? Is Silver Centurion kind of similar? I see the reasons people are drawing that and going there. Again, I've admitted, though, I'm not great at reading the champion and knowing how they're going to work. I feel like there's some differences there. I feel like it's more, this maybe is what Iron Man Infinity War should have been all along. Although Iron Man Infinity War is pretty good, it's in my opinion, especially if you have Spider-Man Stealth with you.
Yeah, he's really interesting. Yeah, Luke, we spent some time going over Super Scroll. But I think that Silver Centurion looks really interesting because he has like the Iron Man Infinity War thing, but then the other person that I compare him to a little bit is now Crossbones on some levels, but also more like Ragthor, or even like Omega, where their rotations, his sources of damage, all of that are all about staying aggressive up on the opponent the whole time. And that's amazing when it has a lot of damage output. I mean, the fact that Omega's in that group tells you all you need to know there. But sometimes if it's hard to control their power and you have to back off and let your rotation collapse, then it's a lot harder. And for that, we have Ragthor, because, for all that he theoretically can do, he's just not that good in most content. But the fact that they decided to build into his locked on extra block proficiency makes me hopeful that he will be a little bit more on the Omega side of things as far as being able to actually stay aggressive and close to the opponent than on the Ragthor side.
The first thing that's really catching my eye here with her is her the amount of damage I'm taking on blocks. Like, I don't think I've been hit once, and I think I've maybe missed one parry at the most, and she's already down to 47% health.
Yeah, well, Masacre, you do have to remember, has block penetration in his kit, like Doom.
Yeah.
But yeah, her block proficiency is only 59%.
For a champion that's wanting to stun people.
Yeah, because we've talked about this before, where like Kabam's default for, and please let's not get into the ramifications of this, but Kabam's default for female champions is they're small rather than medium, and they have about 5% lower block proficiency on average. And that's exactly what this is. OG Black Panther, just your run-of-the-mill comparison champion, has 64%, and she has 59%. Yeah, and then you compare that to somebody who's like famous for good block proficiency, like Cosmic Ghost Rider, and he has 71. So she's taking like 35% more damage on a block than Cosmic Ghost Rider would. And on a parry, because they both are raising their effective block proficiency further, she's probably taking more like 2 times or more what he would.
I missed it. I missed it there. And then he is getting rid of that debuff quicker, right? Because I can't think of the name, is on him.
Yeah, the global, what is it, enhanced metabolism or something?
Oh, there's that as well. I thought it was his ability, the brother Amon or something like that.
Oh no, Brother Daniel only, unless he hits you, all it's doing is boosting his own ability accuracy and buff duration.
How does she get her massive is it precision? Is that from the hunt? I think it's from the hunt itself. Because I'm looking at it, I know she's got 10 Furies, but for rank 1, she was critting for 8,000. I believe, if I saw it correctly. What's up, K-Dog? Vega didn't like missing on wars and was missing high tier war. That's why he left Relapse. Oh, yeah. Did the question come up? I did talk about it briefly in the Dude Finally Crystal opening video. I think it's a good one. It's long, considering there's only, I think, 2 6-star crystals open. But I talked about a lot of different things in there, and I definitely rambled on a bit about just missing high tier war and wanting to get back to it as best I could. And then I talked with a lot of alliances. I reached out to a few. Some reached out to me, and I just was really detailed about, like, Saturdays are for my family. That's just Saturdays, and really Sundays as well. I still, of course, play the game. I can take some more fights, but as far as like being on a tight schedule and stuff, it's just a no can do. It just isn't good for me or the alliance, and then I end up feeling really badly because I let a bunch of people down. And so I think I've got a great fit. It's official. It's just I haven't joined yet. So, but if you're really curious about it, go check that out. And if we find that it's just too difficult a situation for me or the alliance, I'll just move on. I'll finish the season, of course, or whatever the alliance wants, and we'll get it done. But we had a lot of conversations. I think it's going to work out really well. So I'm excited.
So real quick, yeah, her precision while she's in hunt is about 50% stronger than Karnak while he's focused, and it's equivalent to Elsa after like 1 L1 and shrugging 2 debuffs. So it's a huge precision. So
what I really want to do then is fight a bleed immune champion. I mean, we'll just continue to do this, but I'm looking forward to that because I'm wondering if she's one of those champions where it's like, yes, ideally you want to fight a champion that can be bled, However,
Hmm.
if you can't, it's not the end of the world. Like if just if the quest
Yeah.
require. I'm just curious. I'm curious. Let's say.
Oh, me too, for sure. So, like, I'm just comparing. So, Elsa's crit damage rating is 200%. Jabari's is 180. That would be my worry. Is it because you have, like, X23, when the opponent is crit immune, she gains those cruelties so that her crits cut through armor better. Jabari does not seem to have particularly brutal criticals, to borrow the D&D term.
Yeah.
And so I'm not sure that she would do as well.
Got it. I'm thinking too, because of the way the node is, like you're saying, because I was trying to work on triggering the hunt, and then the SP1, like using the SP1 to trigger ensnared to get to the hunt more quickly. But I think because we're losing the hunt so fast due to the node on the defenders, the SP3 is making a lot more sense.
Mm-hmm. Pete Plays says, "Hey guys, just took my Dragon Man 5-star to rank 3. Would you recommend taking him to rank 4? I'd say if you're enjoying him and you have the resources, yeah. But like, as with everything, context. If you are, building up for an Abyss run and you have a Doom that really needs to go to rank 5, then save your catalysts. But in abstract, sure." Richard Belding says, "Just bring Guardian with her." I mean, yes, but at the same time, as soon as Guardian came out, I was both very grateful for that synergy and annoyed by it prematurely, because I was like, here we go. Every time a character like Wasp or something comes out with awful block proficiency, the answer is just going to be just bring Guardian.
That close wasn't as exciting as I had hoped. I think it might need to weave in Heavy's a bit more. I think she's got like a 50% chance to double up on the bleeds or something like that while you're in the hunt. He may have glanced a few things too.
Yeah, he's probably a pretty bad matchup for her. Excuse me.
Yeah. I mean, it's still not going bad. This is like I said, this is just a rank 1. I'm kind of excited about her, to be honest.
Yeah.
I still think Mold Dude is going to go up, but pulling her is giving me a little bit of pause.
Yeah. Spinnaker says, perfect block synergy, the stuns would be longer and you might be able to ramp up easier. I believe, let me double check, but I believe once she gains any charges, no more can be gained for 1.25 seconds. So unless you're talking about a really long stun, you might be able to gain 2 from, but it's not like Howard, where as soon as they're stunned, it just starts climbing.
Yeah, it feels like I'm only able to get in 1 hunt charge per stun. That's what you guys were saying right there?
Yeah, I think that's all you're gonna be able to get, and I think that's why the special 1 is fairly valuable. On certain nodes, you definitely would be able to get 2, like in incursions with that bonus. That'd be pretty helpful.
It feels like the payoff in this EQ or the trade-off is, because I hear what you're saying, but it feels like because of the defensive node and them shrugging things quicker, the trade-off is I'm not able to stay in ensnared, or I'm not able to keep them in the ensnared, but I'm getting more furies.
Yes, that sounds right.
Okay.
And I do want to point. Sorry, go on.
Sorry, I'm just saying hey to Ruben. I'm doing great, man. Thanks for stopping by. Kai is 95th floor, dude. That scares me out, man. I get trippy with heights, man. Ooh. But enjoy that. That's awesome. I understand why people like it. That's for sure. You answered Pete with the Dragon Man. I love Dragon Man, but that sounded like great advice. I think someone asked about Cable. Almost always Cable. I think it was Mr. Belding. Gambit Unawakened or Cable Awakened. You do have Apocalypse? Oh, I'm... What's the term the kids use? I love Cable. That's not the term. But I'm not going to say it because I'm not sure I'm going to use it right.
Are you going for Stan?
I don't know. You guys tell me. But I love Cable. I feel like Cable with Apocalypse is the answer to everything. Like I I might try to use him even when he shouldn't. Work saw me do that recently. If Work is still here, he's like, "Why did you try that?" I was like, "Because I thought Cable could do it." He's like, "There's no reason to think Cable could do that fight." I was like, well, yeah, you know.
I was kind of thinking about that the other day. I was like, oh, well, you could take Korg with Cable, and then I was like, that's a terrible idea. Why did that even cross my mind? Like, even with the White Mag synergy, you're just going to be taking Thorns. He's going to shrug all the degens. Why did that cross my mind?
Yeah. Mr. Belding, you bring up a good point though, because like I initially saw the Apocalypse helping out Cable. This Apocalypse is similar with Gambit, if I remember correctly, where it's not the Horseman ability. Like the Horseman ability is nice, if I remember Gambit correctly, but it's actually the synergy that provides the perfect block. So that might be one of those, like, whichever one you enjoy more, maybe plan on eventually doing both. I don't recall how important Gambit's awakened ability is, though. Jacob, I think it was simp. It's just I've realized, I'm like, I don't fully understand what simp means, so I'm not going to say it because I don't want to say. Toby, what is up? Michael, I'm not saying that they're the same, and I believe I'll still be Mole Man. I am joining an alliance that takes war quite more seriously. So one of the things we'll probably do is look at if they're changing the nodes or the globals at all. So in all likelihood, it's going to be Mole Man. But I'm seeing some things with Jabari that I think there might be something here. And I did notice there were not a lot of CCP videos on her. And I usually that means the champion's not very good. I have a weird feeling that's not the case with this one. I think she actually might be pretty good, and maybe it was just I don't really know. I honestly don't know. Yeah.
I wanted to correct myself a little bit because I remembered as I was complaining about her block proficiency, that even though it is on the low side, you do still have her at rank 1, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And block proficiency is one of those things, like crit rate, that improves with rank. And so if you did take her to rank 3 at some point, then she would be able to take hits much better and she'd be landing a lot more bleeds.
Okay. I don't remember this guy's animations at all.
I've actually got him down at this point just because he's a fairly popular defender, and the answer on a lot of nodes is Killmonger.
Dude, people are doing some cool stuff with him, by the way.
Yeah.
MSD, I think, is going to live stream some iHulk on Saturday. So check that out if you guys are interested in Hulk.
Yeah, that'd be neat. I mean, because you played with Sam, but there's a guy who was an SSX, now in 4 Loki, who has a rank 3 6-star Immortal Hulk. And from the beginning, like, said, yeah, he's not the best science champion, but was doing some cool stuff with him. I still stand by they need to make his regen immune to ability accuracy modifications, so he doesn't, because it's even worse than like when Gilly 99 fails her regen. He just flat out dies when it doesn't happen. Okay, but if he can get around Assassin, he'll be useful.
Hold on, try to see. I'm going to work in the heavy here, and let's see if if you think it's worthwhile, because I think it probably is.
Yeah. Work says that Katie really likes Jabari and is doing the grind.
I thought he was supposed to be stunned. Is he not stunnable?
Why was he supposed to be stunned?
Because of the SP3.
Oh, that's only the next time you activate the hunt. It doesn't happen on the special 3.
It doesn't? Nope. Well, then. You're like, why would he be stunned? And I think she has short bleeds. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Jacob, Super Sam, saying he did some cool stuff against Mojo in War. I fully believe that. Sam's awesome.
I still think her damage is pretty good for rank 1. How powerful are these Furies from the node?
They're fairly potent. Normally Elsa's Incinerates aren't a big deal, and with those Furies, I'm just like, oh, they're melting.
Okay. That's interesting.
PWF says Usafa took an R5 I-bomb in War with a rank 2 6-star Jabari, and it went really well. That's a very interesting use. using the cleanse to be poison immune.
Snoops. I know it Snoops a lot, but Snoop sounds cool. Sir Snoops a lot. I like that name so much. Snoops a lot is also a really active, awesome, valued member on the Discord server. Don't worry, Vega, saying you're simping for cable would. Oh, that would have been correct. Okay. All right. I just was like, I don't want to put the wrong things out there. Buddy Lee, for Gambit, it's actually the horseman. But it's the horseman that gives the purple block. The synergy gives a chance for 2 charges each time you would get one. There we go. Like I said, gotcha. Buddy Lee is a lot more than just a Tigra player. Significantly more than that. Thank you. I just remembered it was something. Cam and I were doing an incursions run, and he removed cable, and we couldn't figure out. This was a long time ago, obviously. Figure out why Gambit wasn't working the way he had wanted or intended anymore. Maybe the CCP was spending their time making some insane Centurion videos. I don't know, Luke. Yeah, it was one of those times where like I kind of wanted to reach out to a few of them and ask what was up, but I'm like, you know what? I know so many people joke around with them about asking for information, and they're not supposed to tell us stuff, so I didn't want to do that.
Oh, actually,
what's that?
Yeah, no, never mind.
Okay. I figure he's gonna get a lot of the Furies here. So for those who don't know, I did take this Black Panther to rank 3 at the time, and it's been a joke on the channel for quite a while now that I had no good 6-star skill champions, but I had all these 6-star skill rank up materials. And
Lord,
so
look at that.
I said that I would rank 3 the next buffed skill champion. Now, I did already know that Black Panther was scheduled to get buffed at some point, so it wasn't quite as insane as it sounded. But the Crossbones buff came out. He looks good. He looks like a good champion. If you still haven't checked out Munash's video on him, check it out. It is awesome.
Yeah, very helpful.
But I'm not like in love with Crossbones. It didn't make me want to open up a bunch of featured crystals. So this is a rank 3 Black Panther. I took him up before his buff came out. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to follow through on it.
Yeah, I feel like if you...
So, but hold on, look though.
Oh, sorry, come on.
He was critting at the end there, if I saw it correctly, for about 7,000.
Mm-hmm.
He's a rank 3. Now, I realize he's not supposed to be like this hard-hitting champion. He hasn't been buffed yet. I get it. He's a rank 3, though. Jabari, with, I assume, a similar amount of Furies from the node, was critting for 8.
Yeah, that kind of confused me as well, because his crit damage is actually exactly the same.
And there's a 2 rank difference between the two of them. Now, again, she literally is the most recent champion to come into the game. So just as power, in theory, evolves as the game prolongs or goes on, and he's needs and deserves a buff. But
yeah,
is there anything to draw from that, or is it just too hard to compare?
I'm really not sure yet. And I also thought it was incredible that even with just 2 buffs plus the node, the metabolism node, and your bleeds weren't even showing up on Angela.
Yeah. She's cool.
Buddy Lee, sorry, go on.
No, go for it.
I was saying Buddy Lee says I have Hulk at duped 6 rank 3. He's amazing.
Okay, there you go. That's another. What's Silver Centurion? I thought he had no immunities. He obviously has some. He's immune to bleed? That will make me like him even more, or is that just the node?
Checking. Bleed and shock, unless you get rid of the armor up. I knew shock, I forgot bleed.
Oh wow, I'm even more interested in this guy now. I want to make sure it's not like when Iron Man Infinity War came into the game, though. Like, do you remember the thought being that he was like, oh my gosh, this is the tech Archangel?
Yeah.
And he definitely
if
was
Archangel, yeah. I'm not going to carry out that metaphor, but
exactly, yeah. Wow, okay. All right. I cannot wait I'm genuinely excited for the CCP videos on him.
Yeah, me too. Would R5 duped white mags or rank 2 unduped 6-star? I think the 6-star is probably the better long-term investment. He also does not have the perfect block against metal that red mags does. So the adrenaline and the improved adrenaline is going to be more noticeable on keeping him healthy. I do think the dupe is pretty nice for him, but the thing is that in my opinion you get let me check the exact before I say this. So yeah, like my white mags is at Sig 20 and gets 57% extra duration on the armor break debuffs. At Sig 200 he gets 81%, meaning that you only need to dupe your 6-star once for it to be a big impact. And you probably eventually will.
What's up, Leopoldo? Sorry, I was not able to pay attention to what you're saying. So if it's something to continue on, let me know.
Not really. It was just asking 5-star or unduped 6-star white mags.
Okay. PWF is here. What's up, dude? Oh, that's how you brought up the Yusafa. Yeah, I saw Yusafa put that on Twitter the other day, or last night, actually. And I DM'd him online. I was like, really interesting timing for you to put that out there, because I had just pulled her. And I was like, I think she's better than I thought she was. Let's put it at least that way. Let's see here. All right, cool. Thanks, Snoops. Because Snoops I like Snoops. But I have my iHulk duped. All right, we already said that, but that is cool. I did some gameplay of R35. Yeah, man. I mean, I'll be honest. I still have no idea what's going to catch fire and what's not. So I say put it up there if you enjoy it and see what happens. You know, like I feel like I'm getting better at trying to realize what people will find helpful. But even then, you're still dependent on YouTube and the algorithm, right? Like on some level, like you'll see that. You'll put out a video and then like 4 months later, someone will be like, I don't know how I never saw this. It was incredible. Thank you so much for doing it. And you're like, well, thanks, YouTube. All right. So yeah, bleed and shock immunity. That is exciting. James, I'm doing really well, man. Thank you so much for coming by. Captain Dante, what's up, dude? I'm liking her way more than I thought I would. That is for sure. And okay, so I think it's worth still taking her through here maybe one more time. See if there's anything else we can see. Yeah. There's no point in having Archangel, but whatever.
Let's see. She is also a hero, so you could also test her in Variant 7.
Oh yeah. All right, you want to try that?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I forget what exactly the nodes are, but I'm sure there's a good lane somewhere.
Yeah. Check it out. All right. Do you remember which one? This is again me, like where I literally remember nothing. Which one's the skill chapter?
It's chapter 2.
Thank you.
Because that's the one that I'll probably be doing last. Yeah, I know work, but at least the debuffs will be the right level. Yeah, bring Guardian.
Guardian's awesome anyway. I think just him adding that block proficiency and all that is just, it's like a delightful add-on. He is awesome. Yeah. Guardian is awesome.
Work pointed out the block damage on a rank 1 in Variant 7 is going to be pretty silly.
It's going to get ugly. Yeah, that's a good point.
We'll just try not to hold that against her.
Because I'm not going to use Elsa because I don't really know how, and she's also a rank 1, I'm not going to bring that in. I don't feel like that synergy would be like game-breakingly helpful or immensely helpful. I think that's a better term.
Probably not, because intercepting is going to be pretty risky here.
Yeah. So we'll bring in some backups just in case things go really poorly.
I think long-term, it's if you're talking like a stun immune node, it's probably one of her best synergies, but not necessarily here.
Yeah. Well, and that'd be even more reason to have her. What did I do? Brought in the wrong kind of... Sorcerer Supreme's not supposed to be there, huh?
Oh, yeah. That didn't even register.
I think we can get a synergy here with Killmonger.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see if that's helpful. Plus, it's nice to bring Killmonger.
Yeah. Nilo, yeah, the Miles is a bit rough. I almost soloed him with Cosmic Ghost Rider this last time, just going really slow. I mean, I have soloed him with other champions, but that was just the most recent one. She-Hulk is my safest. It was my safest option.
Dante, no, not yet. It's the node in the EQ. I think was. It was interesting, and I was able to work around it really well. I think she still worked exceptionally well for it. It just meant that like her hunt ability, or I'm sorry, the ensnare off the SP1 wasn't staying on very long at all. So it felt like just going straight to the SP3 was a really good idea, or just really building the bleeds and getting the fury. I felt like she was destroying the EQ at rank 1. So
it's kind of like using Elsa on that. You don't get the busted debuff, so you don't get the bonus damage, but at the same time you're getting the furies.
I don't think she'd be able to handle this. I was tempted to take this on, but I think the arc overload.
Yeah, and with the reduced attack, probably not.
So this is all really tech heavy.
Yeah. Maybe the other quest is more the skill one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, let's just take more block damage with this tiny wimpy champion.
Yeah, exactly.
Spinnaker agreed. I think, like I said, I think the Elsa Tiger synergy has a lot of long-term potential because it's also very good for both of the other two. It's hard for me to think of exactly where I would use the Elsa part of it, but I'm sure it would come up.
Okay, this feels like this lane is where it's like made for her. So let's see. And you were saying
that's the conflictor one, right?
Yeah. Or did I read the node wrong?
I mean, they'll just be gaining power, but the bleed vulnerability will be really nice.
Yeah, and you know what? I forgot that I'm not understanding her SP3 properly. You pointed that out. I thought there was a stun off of it.
The next time you hit 10 charges, there's a stun. So if...
So what I want... hold on, because I want to say it and make sure I understand. Because what I was trying to do is time the SP3 and time a special and the hunt together to get that huge fury. What I really want to do is throw the SP3 at 9 hunt charges. They'll be stunned. Now, I want to trigger the hunt first.
I think you want to just throw the special 3 as soon as you can. And then what you want to do is you want to, like you said, try and be at 9 and then like stun them, hit them once, and throw the special or whatever special you have, 1 or 2, and you'll get the fury. And then you'll also have a really long stun because you have thrown the special 3.
Got it. So it's not about timing those together. It's more about getting to SP3, setting that up so that the next time the hunt starts.
Exactly.
Got it.
I think that's
okay. Which is what I believe you explained the first time. Takes me a minute, folks. Takes me a minute. John, what's up? You're back. Nice.
I also may or may not have any idea what I'm talking about with a brand new champion.
You know, but you sound sure, and that's really like that's all that really matters.
I was once talking to a friend. We were in the subway downtown in LA, and one of our friends asked, like, why does the air whoosh when the train comes by? And one of our other friends, explains the way that it works with the train pushing the air out of the way. And the guy's like, I don't know, man, it seems kind of sketchy or something. And I'm like, no, he's actually right. And he goes, oh, okay, cool. And our other friend got mad. He's like, what the heck? DLL said it and you just believe him instantly? And he's like, it's called ethos, man. He's got it.
That's pretty funny. And as you can see, Conflictor did not bother me at all. We just played right well through it, right?
I'm still a few seconds behind, so okay. Quake is just annoying.
Yeah, this could get ugly.
Although as long as you keep attacking, you should be able to pierce. Whoa!
Oh my gosh. Are there other lanes?
Luke says confirmed. Vega, the god of Jabari Panther playing.
Yeah. If you want to know how to play Jabari, you come here. Wow. All right. I don't really want to test her on flare.
Oh yeah, she'll die instantly.
All right. Well, let's just keep trying this. If I keep dying to Quake, we'll try something else.
This chapter really is pretty tech heavy, despite it's supposed to be being both.
Oh man. You know what? You know what they say is those who can do and those who can't teach. And right now, I am teaching. Oh my good God!
James says, "Ding dong, the cat is dead."
Okay, so I want to get her to her SP2 because missing that SP1 is not good. But now I'm so worried about that stupid SP1, I'm not paying attention to anything else.
All right. Yeah, just bait. There we go. Yeah, I've seen crazy cav pulls lately, Noah. A friend of mine opened 20 of the Jabari crystals, pulled a 6-star Odin, 6-star either Night Thrasher or Massacre, I forget at the moment. And then he's like, well, I'll push my luck, opens the second 10, dupes Odin, and pulls a 6-star Mole Man. Yeah. It's funny because it's not like the odds are suddenly great, but 3 times the chances of a 6-star, even if you take everything completely literally, means 3 times the odds for somebody to get really lucky.
So look though, she was stunned there. Oh, did we trigger the hunt?
Yeah, must have. You have the Fury.
I wasn't paying enough attention. I didn't think we were anywhere near triggering it. I mean, some of this is just being new to her. But like on a fight like this, I'm definitely noticing that it's more difficult to pay attention to how many hunt charges I have. Just because it's like one mistake and I literally will die, as we saw. But why was was anyone in the chat noticing why did that SP3 cause a stun?
So you must have been at 7 or higher. I wasn't sure it would work that way, but the special 3 does give you 3 permanent charges up to a max of 6. So I thought that those might have just been like 3 permanent ones, but below what you have. But it looks like they can take you to 10.
So that's what, that's why I was reading it originally. Was like, hey, there's a strategy here of going to the SP3. It will trigger the hunt and the fear at the same time. Like it's a like I think I called it the bread and butter. But
and then you would get the stun.
But then we didn't once too. Maybe I didn't have enough hunt charges, but I could have swore I did. So
yeah, maybe that's probably the safest way to trigger the hunt. Is that hold on.
Because then you're just setting up for a huge close, and then when that hunt is over, if you don't kill them, you're gonna go back to 3 charges immediately. 3 hunt charges, right? That's the benefit of the SP3, I believe.
Right, that's your new floor, and if you do it twice, your new floor is 6. So yeah, that could be one thing that you could do is just build to the special 3 and then just parry hit until you get up to 7 and then throw it.
All right, well, let's see how this works with Void.
Yeah. The good thing is you probably can cancel his debuffs even by just hitting into his attack, since cleanse seems to be on attacks, not on landed hits.
Yeah, so like I just hit into his block, we should be fine.
Right. It should be kind of like Aegon in Abyss. And the fact that it's not a long timer, but the fact that it has a timer is still nice. It's kind of like with Tigra, you can apply that neutralize, and then they can gain a buff, and it still controls it.
So like right now, I feel like I'm in a race to get to my SP3 because I feel like the hunt's going to get triggered before I can get there.
I think you'll be okay because it has that cooldown, kind of like Spark's Poise.
Okay, let's see if this works. Yeah, it did, didn't it? I mean, if you're playing
Nice.
aggressively, you've got cleanse up almost the whole time.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to just bait this.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to throw it right now. Come on, buddy. Eh.
The cleanse was down, right? So the debuff
Yeah.
stayed. Because I was trying to time. I didn't want him to remove the stun off the SP3, so I did wait a minute.
Yeah, you
stun
probably
him.
should have kept hitting him though to take it over 40. But but that does it.
Woo!
Oh, because it's multiple hits. That bleed was nice.
Did you guys see that heavy? Are you guys there yet?
That was tasty.
Have you seen the heavy yet?
Yeah, I have, which means that they have.
That was pretty, right? This is a rank 1.
Yeah, but that was a fair amount of bleed damage.
Is there bleed vulnerability on this? Is that what we decided?
Oh yeah, there is.
So she's a 200%. Still
300% actually, but yeah.
Is it 3?
Well, because it's increased by 200%.
Fair.
And it's total attack rating, not base attack. I don't know how that node works. I don't know if that scales with her fury, because if it scales with her fury, then she had like 20,000 attack rating on that heavy.
Yeah. Well, you know what we'll do is let's take her into. I'll see if I can finish this lane just because they're doing it, and then we'll take her into Winter Soldier, beat him up a little bit. I think I saw a question asking if I was from California. Yeah, I am 100% from California. In fact, I'm from and spent most of my life in coastal Southern California, in LA, Orange County, and San Diego. So yes, that's part of it for sure. And I still live in California. I'm in the Bay Area now, though. Fight on, exactly. USC grad. Spinnaker. So that's something that when she first heard, I can't think of the term, but when we first saw her and I saw the spear, I was like, oh, this is going to be cool. She has a pole arm. Champions like that, I tend to be able to do, I call it a back step, but the side step really well. The thing is you seem to want to be able to parry stun champions. I would guess, though, if you're going to use the SP1 for the ensnare, it's not as big of a deal. And then the sidestep could be really helpful. So, yes. But we're building up the hunt charges by getting the hit in when stunned, or when stunning the defender. So that's part of what's going on.
Yeah, I would actually want to mess around with that, because it's possible that with the Tigra and Elsa synergy, because normally what constitutes an intercept is you have to interrupt their medium animation. And so if I call it a step back, but we're all talking about the same thing. If her step back is fast enough, if you time it right when you have Tigra and Elsa, then you may be able to gain huntress charges on step back, which could make her really interesting in certain matchups. Let's see. Vibov, sorry if I'm not saying that right, says 5-star Omega, First Awakening and no suicides, 5-star Squirrel Girl from Nexus. Okay. So Omega is definitely not as dominant without suicides and at low sig, but keep in mind that you still have a poison immune, almost bleed immune champion who can heal and do damage without hitting the opponent. If you get good at those heavy counters and locking in that degen, and if you learn how to time the special 1 and special 3 properly to maximize the healing, he can still be a good tank for your lane clearing. I'm not saying he's the best champion in the game that way, but just something to consider. see.
Hey, I didn't read the notes very well, obviously. Are they only taking damage from bleed?
I don't think so. Oh, he's a villain.
Oh, Jesus.
Happens to everyone.
Yeah. Does it?
Well, when I first ran in, I hadn't filtered because she was still on my roster, so I took the very first node in Variant 7 that I ever fought with my Storm X, and I was like, oh.
PWF. Psst, Killmonger's a villain. But I really liked him. So he was kind of like a sympathetic villain for me. Is that the term? I believe that's the term.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
And is June here, People's Champ? I think I saw People's Champ and I looked up for a second.
Yes.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah, I've had that so many times where like, oh, I'll just use Killmonger with the White Mags pre-fight. Wait. Sad music.
Oh, he's a villain.
And he's not metal.
Yeah. Which I know, I remember someone, I was like, why isn't he metal? And it was more of like a rhetorical humor thing. Mm-hmm. But apparently that's a really big deal in the comics.
Yeah, vibranium and its status as a magnetic metal is a thing.
So that's kind of cool. I like that they put that in the game.
Mm-hmm.
A 4-star max star Sig Omega. I know he is a beast. Hey, if you're doing 4-star content, he is a beast. That's awesome. Like, I don't know. That's my take on stuff. Someone asked earlier. I apologize because I'm trying to do this and all that stuff, and I missed it. But you're now reminding me. Someone was asking earlier about the 5 stars and 6 stars. Like, I put out a full video on it. If you're gonna watch it, please go at least 1 minute and 45 seconds into it because I'm setting up a joke. I tried to give some pretty clear indications. There's a whole video going on behind me of me using a 5-star. That 5 stars really do have a place still in in-game, like they most 100% do. But in general, I think if they're going to help you with content or because it's fun, rank up your 5 stars. Like they make a lot of sense, especially the ones where the SIGs really matter. I get the desire to go 6-star. Like even when I'm like quote unquote hunting a champion, I'll say I really want the 6-star version. So I understand that, but it is a game and we have content to clear. If your 5 stars going to help you clear it quicker, more efficiently, or you're just going to have a lot more fun with them, dude, rank up the 5-star. As of now, there's not anything they can't do. That's my take on that. And I'm talking about like what I call like a top shelf account, like in-game accounts. I don't care what alliance you're in. I was in 4 Loki not that long ago. And I was loving using my 5-star She-Hulk because I have her at SIG 200 and she was really helpful with that SIG in some fights. So,
Work and I were just saying earlier that if we had unlimited catalysts, there's a ton of 5 stars we would still be ranking up right now to play with them.
I realized that like this, like what we're doing literally right now, a variant, and we will get back to testing Jabari. In fact, I might back out because of time. I realized that this is not meant for me. This is not meant for me in my account. And that's great. That means there's more players coming up in the game, which is awesome for the health of the game. That being said, I love getting that 5-star rank up gen because now I don't need to consider, it's not taking away from my 6 stars. I can have like a guilt-free rank up. I love it.
One caveat on that, because I was looking at that and the 5-star science that I want to take up with that gem is currently rank 3, is that I understand that they're trying to match it to when these quests originally came out, but variants are now like so old. Like Miles came out so long ago that it's really kind of a bummer to have those 3 to 4 gems restricted to 2017 because like Invisible Woman's been out for almost 2 years and I'm like, well, now I can't take her to rank 5 even though I have this gem that makes that part easy because I don't think I can justify 6 tier 2 alpha going to her instead of whatever my next 6-star choice is.
Yeah, maybe that's something they could look at, which would make a lot of sense as again progression continue to make it, try to make it like fun's not the right word, but super worthwhile, let's call it. Because even as a player who's coming up in the game or looking to rank champions, like they too would really love it if they could use those to rank a champion that didn't come out in 2017, right? Like That problem's universal to everyone, I would think.
Yeah, especially because like with accounts like mine and with how many variants we've had at this point, I'm running out of 2017 champions that are below rank 4.
And it's not like
It's
they can
not
make...
like they're gonna add them.
Yeah. We both
Same
wanted the
page.
punchline to the joke.
Sorry.
No, it was your joke. You were setting it up.
But yeah, exactly. Like the pool isn't growing, but they keep adding these gems, and it's like, at this point, let's say that I haven't ranked up. I don't know. Is Spider-Gwen old enough? She probably is. But like, let's say I haven't ranked up Spider-Gwen, and I'm like, well, I guess I just have to wait until Variant 8 comes out so I can rank her up efficiently.
Yeah, you do. No. There you go. No, you have to. That's it.
I mean, I kind of do because I'm not going to spend tier 2 alpha on her, but it's a bummer.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm starting to be a Kabam apologist.
Yeah, I'm not angry at them. It's just like I was hoping they would at least move it to 2018. Like I know when this Arachnid quest came out, but like 2018 was 3 years ago. Come on, guys.
I'm trying to hurry up through this so we can get back to Jabari. Luke just realized how much compensation power supposed to give AQ, SQ. What's up, Allie? Jacob, I doubt it too, but man, I would love it. I'm curious what's going to happen. I'm sure my situation's relatively unique, but with it coinciding with the end of the war season, it might not be that unique. Where people actually aren't in an alliance, or they're not in the alliance that they were in when the AQ week would have happened. So I'm curious about that too. Like, are they somehow going to backtrack it and they'll give you what you would have gotten, or are they going to give you what you would get now?
I don't know. There better be some glory involved.
Yeah. We'll
Daddy
see.
needs his juice.
Yeah, exactly. Where I'm like, well, I just want something, but that's because I'm fearful I'm going to get nothing.
Yeah. You're good through 150, right?
What's that?
Like,
oh yeah,
150.
Yeah, this week is just so different. Thank you. I appreciate you helping me out there.
Yeah, here's the time 3 time zones away. That's going to make sense to you, right?
But I knew what you were talking about, so it worked. It worked. Isn't there something difficult about this? I can't remember what it is.
The parries.
I feel like he's about to smack me in this face.
Because of his evade, maybe.
Oh no, it's that rising sun or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's one way to remember it.
Is to trigger it?
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, obviously I'm not soloing this fight anyway, but it might be worth healing up Jabari.
Could be interesting.
No, she's not going to get rid of that degen, is she?
No, you'll still have to block and get those heavies. See, like Work says he used his 3 to 4 gems on Black Panther, Civil Warrior, and Falcon. 2 out of the 3 of those are rank 4 and have been rank 4 for a long time for me because I used earlier 3 to 4 2017 gems on them. Jacob Sigler says, are Summoner Advancement rewards ever going to get buffed? That'd be nice. I mean, I don't mind my like weekly infusion of ISO shards, which is basically what those 4-star shards are, but I definitely appreciate, 256-star shards instead.
Thank you so much for the donation. BLK, I believe it's Black. Seraphim. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And yeah, dude, the break actually has been really nice. Maybe that's part of why I was like, yeah, I could do this. I could go back to war. But we'll see. We'll see.
How bad could it be?
Yeah. It's easy.
1 week later.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, 1 week later, you guys shoot to me, and I'm like, guys, I need to quit the game. Okay, so I just have to remember to throw the heavy, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'm looking over. If they had made those things 2018, man, that's so many cool champions. Like that would let people rank up their 5-star Darkhawks, their Emmas, their Heimdalls, their Gulks, their Night Thrashers, their Sabertooths, their Sentries. And I'm intentionally picking some of the worst champions released that year because I feel like those are ones people may not have already ranked up.
I don't think she's going to survive, but this is one thing I wanted to point out that I did really notice about her initially is the ensnared goes on as soon as you throw it. So it is very safe evade counter from what I can tell. I would want to test it more before I put that in a video.
Gotcha. It's kind of like with Storm Pyramid X where the slow is immediate.
Yeah, I mess up the evade there. But yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's part of what I don't like about Dragon Man's slow.
Or Iceman's cold snap.
Yeah. But with her, it's the first thing, and so you don't need to worry about them evading the special, which is I don't know. To me that's a big deal.
Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah, see Captain Dante saying exactly that. I pulled a Domino after I was already moving towards ranking mostly 6 stars. And since she's a mutant, she's not getting that precious T4 CC. Dude, exactly the same for me. And I would love to rank for her with a 2018 gem. I hope you're listening, Kabam.
My left hand's doing that like not working thing again. It's really fun.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's all right.
I mean, that was a beautiful special too, but the that degen was pretty nasty.
Yeah. I really enjoyed the 8 hits in a row I took to the face beforehand. And for those who are new, that's not a problem with the game. I'm not blaming the game. That's completely me and a hand thing. All right, so we're done with that. Let's go to Realm of Legends and beat up Winter Soldier.
Master, no, not again.
You know, what about you said she is a hero, right?
Yeah.
What about Labyrinth of Legends?
Oh, are you thinking White Mags?
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be interesting. And you could still bring Guardian.
Yeah, that's actually really smart. Or I wonder if this would just be enough. Let's do that. Let's do it with just this.
Yeah, that's a good way to test that. See
Yeah.
if that's where in the order of operations that's added, so to speak.
Very curious about this for Apocalypse. This could be nice. Wait. Ability power rate? What is that going to mean?
So that's going to mean that all of those guys are going to get their power gain buffs. All of the power that they gain through abilities rather than hitting or taking or landing hits is going to be increased.
Yeah.
So Voodoo's power siphon, Scarlet Witch's power gain, Mordo's power gain.
So it's not really for her at all.
Yeah, I don't think that helps her at all.
Okay. Anyone else to bring? She's got to have something with Storm X, right?
Yeah, it's the same one she has with Sorcerer Supreme. But hold on, let me find that. Where's the skill? Jabari. Is there anything else? Not really.
Okay. Well, let's just do this.
Yeah. Oh, Black Panther.
How did I forget him? Okay. So what we have for here...
His PI is so bad.
Yeah, it really is. So she's just going to get an additional cleanse, which I don't think we'll see. We probably won't even see this in play, but at least we're bringing them along. I think the really interesting thing to see will be Sorcerer and how that works out with the stun debuff. So we'll definitely look to stun as much as we can. And then should we go to Star-Lord or Rolk? I'm thinking Star-Lord.
I think Star-Lord mainly for block damage reasons.
Yeah.
Zillium says his PI is going to be real good next month.
Mason,
You
what's
may
up?
be right.
You made it. You made it. All right, here we go. All right. You know what it does do is it does allow you to get in 2 charges or 2 mediums. Sorry.
Yeah,
two
that's very cool.
Yeah, that is really cool.
And so that's going to be like a go-to strategy with her in regular content.
Yep.
Because that's going to be a much faster ramp.
And having Sorcerer is not a bad thing at all.
Well, it's the same. So the interesting thing about that group of synergies is that it's the same for the recipient, no matter who's part of it. So that's the same as when you bring SPX for Sorcerer. She's going to get that bar of power at the beginning, which means she's online at the beginning. And that's really good.
So if those who Yellow makes a great point there. And then also watch, we're able to do medium, light, and medium. And I think we didn't get the 2 charges that time, did we?
Yeah.
I felt like I got it before.
Or you may have gotten it there but missed one other. Well, but now you can throw the L3 and get a...
Yeah. So I just want to try to bait his special if I can.
Yeah. John, he ended up not bringing white Magneto because we're seeing if that synergy gets around Limber.
So we're assuming this is going to trigger the stun and the fury. Let's go ahead and see if that works, right? Yep. And then look at the bleeds. Again, this is only a rank 1.
Yeah, those are pretty decent.
Yeah, I liked that a lot.
Yeah, so the hunt really does not last very long.
No, I think the awakened ability, though, gives you a 3-second addition to it.
Yeah, at SIG 200, it's 3 seconds.
It's not just on initial awakening.
Yeah, at SIG 20, you get an extra, it looks like 0.9 or like 0.81 seconds. So that's still something.
I'm going to see if I can get 3 hunter's charges off, or 2 hunter's charges off of 1 stun. I thought I had.
Yeah. Let's see. She also pauses the hunt when she purifies a debuff or the opponent fails a miss or evade. So she's going to have some nice utility in certain matchups because of that. Like if you're using her on a biohazard node, then if you're aggressive enough, once you get the hunt up, you could keep it on for a very long time. Dante, I think she will have some use on defense, but not a lot. Because she can purify those incoming parries, but I mean Storm X gets around it, White Mags gets around it, Apocalypse doesn't get around it, but the other thing is that when you don't have her with Kinetic Reactor and Mighty Charge, you can re-parry her with almost anyone else.
Can you guys think of anything else to test here? One of the things I realized is the Limber is still coming in. She's just extending the stun by, what was it, 0.75? That's probably why I'm not getting the 2 Hunter's charges anymore.
Right.
I got it in the beginning because it was still the normal stun length, but it is still shortened. Right? If I'm understanding that properly? I think I am. Okay. Is there anything else you guys want to see? Or we can just go to
I would like to
Soldier.
see... guys, help me out. Where's like an obvious place to test step backs? Is there like an early Domino or a Killmonger or something? Because I want to test if the step back counts as intercept with the synergy. So that won't work in a duel.
Shake it off skill lane 7 1.5. All right, let's check that out. Musin, one of the things because I'm kind of trying to figure that out myself here too. She's better than I thought she was. She's way better than I thought she was. It's not. I realize this isn't fair. I'm pointing out something I think she has above Falcon. Okay, but I'm not. I know I'm not comparing apples to apples. Is Falcon is a 100% ability accuracy reducer. So defenders or nodes can make it so that the defender will still evade. Where if I'm reading her correctly, when she's in the hunt or she has them ensnared, it says they cannot evade. Like they just flat out can't do it. It's like Professor X.
Cannot trigger the Dex Mastery, cannot evade, cannot attack, cause attacks to miss.
Oh, she has. I didn't even realize she was a miscounter too. So that's Invisible Woman.
Yeah, don't try and fight her with Tiger. It's a bad time.
This is interesting to me. Okay, 7.1.5. Is that what we said?
Yeah.
Who am I fighting? My step back skills are not always on point.
Ooh. Spinnaker says also in that same test, there's a Foresight one that would also test the Intercept. Although we still need somebody.
She's definitely not top shelf. Yeah, I'm not getting that feel. I think it would be the awakened ability, which does have some utility as we're starting to get into her more. In fact, it actually adds a whole ability for getting the counter punch. So
that's the other thing.
Yeah, and then hold on.
Counter.
That's John. K-Legend. I'm sorry, buddy. I know that was like one of the things, or I could still say at least I didn't have Mole Man, but I still don't have Fury, and I'm at the point now where I'm like I legitimately don't want Fury because I want to have that joke. I think it's important, and I do. I think it's important. I think it's important to see that like you don't have everyone. John, sorry to interrupt with a CGI question. I watched your videos on him yesterday. I can't remember how CGI works with suicides. If I needed to just take down, like when I was doing just a boss fight, John, I ended up feeling comfortable using just the bleeds. The thing is, you end up being fine. The thing is you are throwing your specials with him. And so, I mean, I realize you're often not throwing a lot because the health pools aren't that big. But you are still. So my concern was always, what if I accidentally take a punch or two, and then now I'm stuck choosing between throwing the SB2 and getting that concerned about 5% health loss. And he hit so darn hard that like, do you really need him? So it was very fight dependent for me. Yeah.
You could focus more on getting the Fury off of the special 3. But that can be a little tricky to do if you don't use any specials before that. Actually, no, it's not that bad. You just do need to intentionally dex. Well, but then you can get the long Fury off the special 3, and
what were we testing? I forgot already.
That Heimdall might be helpful, and the Tigra definitely is, because Tigra can be step backed.
Where's Tigra?
Past the Heimdall, past the max.
All right.
Oh, but that's what I was going to say about Counterpunch, is because Counterpunch gives you an automatic intercept. So I actually think that her dupe ability is going to be very important to her, especially with the Elsa or Tigress energy.
Captain Dante. Right now, I'm feeling super premium. It's hard. This is also why, like, I try to start off very conservative when I start off with the ranking of the champion. Is like I know me, and I'm very excited. I pulled her, and I'm like, wow, she's really amazing. And then, like, if I took her to rank 2, I'd be like, look how powerful she is. Like, well, she's a rank 2 6-star. She should be powerful. So I would say her ceiling super premium for those who are familiar with my tier list. I'm not seeing top shelf, though, I don't think. What about you, DL? But we really aren't. I don't know.
Yeah, right. I don't see top shelf. I think premium is probably pretty safe, but I think that because how niche a champion is factors into that.
So I don't actually usually step him back. So this is a really great test of her.
Yeah, I was just about to check him.
Are we sure he can be step backed?
That's what I'm looking for. Oh, cool. There's no Heimdall duel. Thank you for being super on top of it, Kabam.
No. They put in a duel for everyone. Yeah, they said they did. Remember? You're wrong. Just type it better, and push harder. Push the buttons harder.
I'm going to cry.
If he can be step backed, I'm definitely not doing it, which is fine. We can restart. Steve, what's up, dude? Have you noticed that neither Gwenpool nor Hyperion are metal, even though Gwenperion is? I had not. That is. That's funny. I can't figure out why. Oh, Spinnaker took off. All right, dude, if you're still here, thanks so much for hanging out.
Thank you, Joanna. There is a duel.
That would be a good infographic, John, of who can and can't be. And like how difficult, if there was some way to measure that too.
Yeah, because there are some where it's like shallow only. Like Thing can technically be step backed, but it ain't easy. I'm getting it with Voodoo. You're doing lights, right?
Yeah. I can definitely keep trying. It's just a matter of practice.
Yeah. The other thing is you can intentionally back up to the corner.
Oh, I want to see this with that elongated stun. Oh, we can't. Well, I have to reparry. Of course, he decides to go with his heavy. Come on, dude. I want to see how many, if we can get 2 hunt charges off of 1 stun. Heimdall is not cooperating at all. He does not want to be reparried.
He's been studying at the Ebony Maw School of Screw You.
Yeah. Oh my good God, Heimdall. He just refused to do it. Okay, I guess I will not try to test that on him. We'll try the step back.
Musin, I do think that she's going to be a fairly high skill champion, because that's actually what I was starting to say, was that I think that you are going to absolutely see super premium results out of her on the right matchups when she's duped with the intercept synergy. I think that those 3 combined are going to be pretty nice.
I'm the more excitable one, and I'm aware of that. I feel like on the right matchups, you're going to see top shelf, like holy smokes type stuff.
Yeah, that's probably true.
But I think it'll be very much the specific right matchups. All right, if I can't get the step backs, we're just going to come back another day.
Yeah, I'm actually going to start. There has to be like a Tigra or something early on.
Am I late or am I early? What do you feel like you're seeing? Because she's not. You know what I'm noticing? Her light animation does not really extend the pole arm. Watch this.
You know what I think? Yeah. You know what I think the bigger issue is that she seems to have, because Voodoo has a very shallow. Okay, that was nice.
Yeah, it was a lot earlier there.
And you got a huntress charge.
Really?
Yeah.
And that's from the synergy.
Yeah. Okay, so you did confirm what we came here for.
There we go.
Yeah, I think Heimdall is one of the harder ones to step back. It's easier with Voodoo because he not only has the staff, he has a very short dash back, and hers looks like it's on the longer side.
The one that worked though, it felt like she extended her her staff. The ones that aren't working, it feels like she is like using the bottom end of it and sticking it up in the air. And I'm pretty sure I went light on both of them. Did you see that? Oh, that wasn't a good. You see how the bottom's coming up? But they're the blade. So I think she attacks with the blade and then switches up.
You also may want to. Well, you're about to die. Because he has an armor up. But, you also may want to try mediums, because some champions are actually better at their medium step backs than they are at lights.
Okay, let's try that real quick.
Like, that comes up with hype sometimes.
It definitely felt like it a little. It felt like it was repeatable. It's just a matter of practice too. Like it felt like when it worked, I definitely knew it was going to work. If you guys know what I'm talking about, when you're trying something like that, there's the like, oh, I know I got the timing. It's kind of like the champion 6.2 evade. You kind of know when it's gonna when you're going to get the charge or get the charge removed, versus when you're like, it should have worked, and you're like, no, it wasn't the same.
In my opinion, that's unless you're using She-Hulk, just because her window's so small.
Well, all right, so we're gonna try it with mediums now, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I'm looking for like an early step back champion in Cav EQ. So far, no dice.
I'm actually having trouble throwing the medium.
Oh, that'll work.
Did I get a charge?
Oh, that's not what I was. Sorry, I wasn't.
Okay. All right. We've reached that point. MSC, what's up, dude? We were just trying to figure out, one, how well her step back worked. Zillium, is that what was going on? I was having a little trouble telling. I feel like on her light, she starts off with the staff like up, and then she almost turns it upside down, which then actually decreases its reach. But like I said, when I got the window correctly, I could tell, and it felt really good. I'm not used to stepping back Heimdall though.
He's one of the harder ones with most of them, but there is both a stealth Spidey and a void in that skill, the Silver Centurion quest.
Okay.
And both of them can be step backed.
Okay. I got to sign off, so I will. We'll either test her some more, or I'll get a video. I don't know if I'm gonna do a video on an undupe rank 1 Jabari. I enjoyed the testing. Maybe we'll do another testing or something like that. Her light has an okay range, but the medium looks super short. That's how it felt to me too. And then I started kind of second guessing myself on even throwing the medium after the sidestep or step back. But I like her a lot. I feel like I think you guys were onto a good discussion there about maybe it's a high skill sort of situation. Because if you're timing the hunt well, and you have her awakened, and you're getting 3, but you said the 3 seconds was on the Sig 200. It wasn't just on initial awakening.
Yeah, if you dupe her naturally, she'll have 0.8 seconds extra, which is something, but it's not a lot.
Yeah, that's not gonna like. One of the things I talk about with Cosmic Ghost Rider is, for him, it's about the utility of all those things that really don't feel like utility. It's about how quickly he can dish out serious damage. It does not feel like she's going to be able to do that. So
yeah, she's not going to be a nuker.
Yeah, which with the hunt mechanic, though, you'd think that's kind of where she lies, right? Is as nuker. I like that. That's a good term for it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like her though. I like her a lot. And so I go for it.
I was just gonna say, she kind of feels like they took the tankiness away from Killmonger and dialed up the utility, and we'll kind of have to see how that works, I guess.
Yeah, that's a really good call. I compared her. I was kind of talking for my own account in rank ups. I was talking about her in relation to Mole Man, and someone was pretty quick to point. They're very different, and they are. I think you're right. I think this is more Killmonger. Is the comparison, and I will say now that you've done that, not that I like her less than I liked her before, but I think Killmonger's a much better champion.
Killmonger's definitely going to be easier to use, in my opinion. Yeah. Compensation is out? Okay, well, way to get me to reopen the game.
What kind of compensation?
I think they mean the AQ compensation.
No, let's see what it is. Oh, hey, look, there it is. All right, for anyone who's still around, I hope it's pretty good. The Alliance leader is a good dude. I've chatted with him quite a bit lately, and I believe are you the BG leader? Or are you
one of 4. We're all kind of taking it part-time.
And I have a very good relationship with one of the BG leaders. That is the BG I'll be in, right?
Yeah.
All right. So here we go, and I hope it works. And this is what I was saying. They're all good dudes. Are there any women in the Alliance? Should I be saying guys and gals?
There are not. I keep checking, but no, not since 4 Loki stole Lizer from us.
Okay. What a great person to steal, too. She's awesome.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
But when we join in there, I think we do pretty decently in AQ, right? Like top 50 or something?
We were top 50. We'll see how much your your account helps.
Who is the top prestige? Do you know?
You mean after you? I think Rob's probably second.
I didn't want to just say who's now number 2. I didn't want to be that guy and be like, who's number 2 now? So we'll look at Rob.
There was a fun bit when Strands was with us where Strands and Rob had a Sigstone duel back and forth for a little bit.
That sounds fun. And like I said, Rob's an awesome dude. So just in my conversations with him, he seems like the exact kind of person who would not care at all that he is now the second highest prestige in the Alliance. He was just pumped up on it. And so this is what I was saying.
He'll give you shit, but he won't care that much.
Which is what I would expect, right? That's how it should be. That's how it's fun. And that's the kind of environment I like being in, is a group that, it's why I like doing this, is I feel like we're all playing video games together and hanging out. And I like being in Alliance because it's like, I'm getting a beer with my buddies, or we're watching a sport, or even better, we're playing a sport together. So there we go. And
I wasn't even watching what the compensation was.
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot about the compensation.
I must have opened it because I have 3,000 glory that I didn't earlier, but...
I haven't gotten it yet. I probably have to restart the game, huh? Or did I just not get anything?
Oh, it's no T2A or T5B, and all I got was 3,000. Yeah, I mean... I think that's more than a third of what I would have gotten Zillion, but that's not a lot. Was there really nothing else? It was just the glory?
Here, I'm going to go back. It's going to be the be right back screen for a few seconds while I restart the game to see if I got nothing, because I might not have gotten anything.
That would be interesting.
It'd be pretty funny. I mean, I literally was not in an Alliance. Like, it's not, would not,
Yeah.
Nuclear, what's up, buddy? Thanks for stopping by. Paul, how you doing?
Dante says Lil Vega will get the same thing as Vega.
Nothing. Nothing, and they deserve it. Oh wait, no, I got something here. I got another. I have another notification. All right, let's see what I get.
Okay, Alliance Quest correction. That's it. Okay.
I'm not seeing anything that really explains how this was calculated. Is this everyone got the exact same stuff, huh?
Certainly looks like it. That's, well, because why else would you and I get map 5 crystals?
Yeah. All right. Well,
it's something. It makes the week off hurt less, but that's bad.
I guess the counter argument would be we didn't have to use any items, so
I don't normally use items.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm not saying I believe it. I'm not saying that's, I'm just saying, like, if Kabam hired me as their lawyer to think of some sort of argument for them, I would say.
Oh, I know, but we also didn't have the opportunity to use items to earn rewards, which is the way they normally say things.
Well, now you're trying to hold them accountable for things they previously said, and as we all know, that is not going to go run in this this court. So, all right. Well, I do need to get going. Thank you so much. My day is immeasurable. My day is ruined. All right. Well, I guess we're all in this together. We all got the same rewards. Everyone, thank you so much for hanging out. Always a blast. This was an awesome week. We'll get some videos out. My intention is to get the next rank 3 worthy. I know when you see it, you're going to be like, yes, obviously they are. But I put them on I did a poll, I think a week ago, and they won it. And so I was like, okay, I will put that out. And after going through it some more, I'm probably not going to rank 3 this champion, even though they are technically worthy. And I think that'll be a bit of the discussion is, why would you not do this? Why, like, if I'm not actually doing my account, what's the reason that has led me to that thought? And yeah, and then we'll get out something else too. I got something in the works. So thank you everyone for hanging out. This was an absolute blast. DLL?
Yeah. See y'all later.
Cool. Take care, everybody. Bye.